Alright guys, Fire Emblem tune, walkthrough, here we go. Okay, so at the beginning here, look at where I have my thumb. It's kind of right in the middle of the whole formation. It's kind of a tricky spread. You want to kind of lay your fingers to the side, at least your index and middle. So I play this. If I want to play this note, I rest my thumb on the G string, just to mute it. And give me some stability. Leave your middle finger on, so it can grab this, okay? Middle finger stays on, and then slides up. Pinky goes on and then slides up, okay? Then slides back down. Now when you do these arpeggiations, make sure you're not rolling your hand like this, okay? You want to keep your knuckles even, and if you need to work on these things slow, work on it like that. Don't work on it like this. You should be able to do it nice and quick without moving your knuckles like this. Because if you're here, what are you going to do here? Your thumb's super far away. Minimize motion, okay? That's what we're trying to do. Not much to say about that. I'm doing a little half bar there. I'm actually kind of squeezing like that right there. I'm not really rolling it to the side like normal. Just literally squeezing it down. My little tiny, when I do tiny bars like that, like half or less. When I say half, I mean like half of the fretboard. They kind of end up doing that. Now all of these next chords I'm doing block chords. And what I want you to do with these, really try to bring that top note out, okay? Now keep in mind, when you do bar chords and stuff, keep in mind which notes you actually need to have ring out, and try to keep the pressure of the bar chord there and not push it down in other places, or else you're going to waste energy, okay? So it's my pinky here, right? And then I slide it up, okay? Boom, boom, pinky slides up. Then I'm going to slide the whole thing up and use a hinge bar real quick, just to save energy and to cut out, string squeaks. Hinge bar, 1, 4, then I slap the whole bar down and get this chord. And then take my pinky off when I get here. I slap that all down at once. And make sure when you're here, you kind of start to move your fingers into position before you even need to roll your hand back down to this position, okay? That's kind of a tricky little move there because it's a long space between your index finger and your third finger. Again, the arpeggiation. Don't roll the knucks, okay? Okay. Now we're into this section. So immediately, what you want to do is you want to grab a little bit more than half bar. So I'm grabbing the 4, 3, 2, 1 strings with the bar, and I got my pinky way up here, and your middle finger should look basically dead on, like totally straight, not sideways this way or that way. Dead on. Oops. Bring that melody out. So the pinky goes down, right? It slides up, and then the whole thing slides up. The pinky is down on the fretboard that whole time. It helps you be more accurate, okay? And including when you go here. That's kind of a tricky move. What we do is, the reason I'm doing that, and not just going, is because that's a sloppy move. Going from this 12 to this 10 right here makes it a lot smoother. If you can get a nice harmonic out of that, come off it, and you get all the time in the world to get that without cutting that 12 off. So a little quieter here. See this? There's all melody here. So don't jack that up into the foreground, because that's not the melody. Now as soon as you get your pinky here, what I want you to do is start shifting your hand or start shifting these fingers into the sort of formation they need to be in before you even slide your hand up into that formation. So again, see that? it's going to help you get it more often than not get it once you work on it. And really, nailing these things in guitar is really just a matter of like, it's a matter of probability, like only really increase your probability to land on a note correctly. What I would do here is use your index and thumb for these internal notes, even though you used them on the bass before. So right here, P, P, I, M, A, then immediately switch to P and M, P and M, P and M, because it's gonna close the distance between the melodic notes you need to hit with the ring finger. That right there. Again, here. You gotta keep this up so these strings aren't ringing out, all right? Then we slap the bar down right here. And then go way down. Now here, you should already when I'm up here, I'm trying to get my middle finger and my pinky over the strings that they eventually need to press down on. Then when I move my formation all the way down, all I do is go clink, because they're already there. I don't have to go bam, That's a tricky move. There's no easy way to do that. There's no trick for that. Now, see how you have this finger open, right? And eventually it needs to grab this 9th fret on the G string. So get your finger right above where it needs to be, so you don't have to worry so much about nailing this note. See, it's ready to go. Look at this guy. Easy. No, all that stuff's pretty easy. Okay, now we're here. Okay, so this section right here, I am doing rest strokes. Okay, I'm doing I think actually originally I was going to do it like that, but eventually I decided I like the sound of the hammer-ons. For this section, again, I'm doing a bar that's not the entire fretboard. I'm only getting 4, 3, 2, and 1. But I already have the bar down here, so I can just smack that, right? Pinky goes way up, 3 slides, slide down to here. Again, here's a get your pinky ready to go. Right? It's got to hit this. So hover it above the first string. It's hovering. It slides, and this is all the same as the first section, except for add a little bass transition notes. So I go 2, 4, pinky slides on that. It really helps to kind of jut your wrist out. See what I'm doing here? So, see my wrist kind of comes up a little further? Oops. Forgot to do the bass transition note. That actually, this one is easier than the first time because you have that transition note. Because you can hit that, take these off, and then get that real smoothly. Now this is kind of a weird chord. What's happening here for me, at least, this is I'm kind of playing this like a normal chord, the normal position, and the pinky is just getting straightened all the way up there. And I would kind of bring the wrist out a little bit more. It kind of helps you stretch that finger out. So that stays on, right? That stays on. You move the index finger to here. You keep that on. You move these fingers up. Grab the harmonic. So you're kind of spidering this, right? Everything stays. Index. Middle and pinky. Ring. And then we're back into some normal stuff. Arpeggiation. You're going to take a little breath here. Mute. or however you want to do it. You don't have to mute, but it kind of helps you not have like fuzzy sounds in between. Now, I'm using my PIM, and then I'm just using PIMs for this section. I find it easier than using IMA. Now, do I need to mention anything about this? Let me see here. So I'm doing a bar here already, okay? So notice I'm not doing this and then need to jump into a bar. I got my bar ready to go, and I just slide them up. This is kind of blocking, but slide that formation up. This little tiny bar, this bar is only covering 2 strings. That's down the whole time. Pinky, I get my fingers in position, so this is easy to grab. Now I'm doing an artificial harmonic. 6 of these boys. I'm up on the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right above the 16th fret, pressing the bar down over here. I'm taking my index finger, lightly pressing it on the first string above that 16th fret, and then using my ring finger to pluck behind it. That's kind of a tough technique. The easiest way to practice it is just on the 12th fret, okay? Index finger lightly presses the string, kind of like you would for a normal harmonic, but it's all in the right hand. And then the third finger is plucking. Now I do this little move. And then grab another one of these. Thumb, index, middle, artificial. Now we're to here. Now I want to keep your 2 up here. Then 3 comes off. Now when I get to here, I'm already doing a little kind of bar so that when I come up here, I don't need to change my index finger. So we're here. Again, I'm barring, so I don't need to move anything else. So when I come up here, I bar. I use pinky so I can slide. See that? Arpeggiate. This time I go down to 3. Important because I want to grab 2, 3, 4 here, and then slide that whole formation up, slap down a bar, and that's that final chord. The next section, right here, this is just the beginning. And boys, that is the whole thing. I tried to do this one a little bit, so you can see me. I tried to do this one a little bit more speedy. Just kind of get right to it, say what I need to say. Let me know if you like this style more, a little more speedy, getting through it, relaying the information, less kind of like jacking around, more like down to business. So hopefully you got it. Have fun with this one, dudes.